Europe has officially introduced a major transformation in how travellers enter the continent, and if you're not aware of it yet, it could seriously impact your travel experience. G times at airports to unexpected complications at border control. This new system is something every traveller needs to understand before planning their journey. So in today's video, we're going to break everything down in a clear and practical way. You'll learn exactly what has changed, how this system works, who it applies to, one critical mistake you must avoid at all costs, and 3 powerful tips that will make your trip smoother, faster, and far less stressful. Now, if you've travelled to Europe before, you probably remember the traditional process. You arrive at the airport, stand in line at passport control, hand over your passport, maybe answer a few simple questions, and then stamp, you're in. Simple, right? Well, that familiar system is now evolving into something far more advanced. It's called the Entry-Exit System, also known as EES. And instead of relying on manual passport stamps, this new system uses digital technology to automatically record your entry and exit. In simple terms, Europe is shifting from a paper-based process to a fully electronic border control system. The main goal is to improve efficiency, strengthen security, and ensure that travellers follow the rules, especially when it comes to how long they stay within the Schengen Zone. Now let's talk about who this actually affects. The EES applies to most non-European Union travellers visiting the Schengen area for short stays. So whether you're coming from the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, or many other countries, chances are this system applies to you. Even if you're travelling on a short stay Schengen visa, you'll still go through this process. In short, if you're entering the Schengen zone from outside Europe, you should expect to encounter this system. So what actually happens when you arrive? If it's your first time using the entry-exit system, you'll be asked to provide biometric data. This typically includes a facial photograph and fingerprint scans. At some airports or border crossings, you may also find self-service kiosks or automated e-gates that allow you to complete part of the process yourself. Once your information is collected, it is securely stored in the system. This means that on your future trips, your entry process could become faster and more efficient since your data is already registered. And here's something very important to understand. This is not a visa, and it's not something you need to apply for before your trip. Unlike other systems around the world, everything happens when you arrive at the border. There is no pre-approval process required for EES itself. Now you might be wondering, why is Europe making this change? The answer is modernization. This new system replaces traditional passport stamping with a digital record, reducing errors, improving accuracy, and making it easier for authorities to track short-term stays. It also plays a major role in enforcing the well-known 90-180-day rule. This rule allows you to stay in the Schengen zone for up to 90 days within any 180-day period. The rule itself hasn't changed, but the way it's monitored has. With EES, everything is tracked automatically. That means overstaying your allowed time will be detected instantly. And the consequences can be serious, including fines, deportation, or even being banned from entering Europe in the future. So this is definitely not something you want to take lightly. On the positive side, this system can actually make things easier for travellers as well. It removes the confusion of counting passport stamps and helps you clearly understand how many days you have remaining. Now let's briefly talk about data and privacy. Under this system, your biometric data, such as your photo and fingerprints, along with your travel history, will be stored in centralised European databases. In most cases, this data is kept for around 3 years after your last trip. However, if your exit is not properly recorded, it could be stored for up to 5 years. The European Union states that this data is protected under strict privacy regulations, and you do have certain rights regarding access and correction. However, in practice, dealing with these processes as across different countries can sometimes be complicated. So while the system brings efficiency, it also raises important questions about data usage, something every traveller should at least be aware of. Now let's talk about timing. The entry-exit system began rolling out in late 2025 and is expected to be fully implemented across Europe during 2026. However, not all countries and border points are operating at the same level yet. Some locations may still feel like the traditional system, while others are already fully digital. And during this transition period, one thing is very likely: delays. Yes, in the long term, this system is designed to make travel faster and smoother. But in the short term, as everything is being introduced and adjusted, longer queues and slower processing times are expected. So it's very important to plan accordingly. And with that, here are 3 essential tips to help you avoid problems and make your experience much easier. First, always allow extra time. If you have connecting flights, trains, or any tight schedule, make sure you leave enough buffer time. Border control may take longer than usual, especially during busy travel seasons. Second, use self-service kiosks or e-gates whenever possible. These systems are designed to speed things up and can significantly reduce your waiting time. And third, this is absolutely critical: always make sure your exit is properly recorded when leaving the Schengen Zone. If your departure is not logged in the system, it may appear as if you overstayed your visa, even if you didn't. And that could lead to serious problems for your future travel plans. So always double check this step before leaving. Now, if you found this video helpful and want to stay updated with the latest travel rules, smart tips and European entry updates, make sure to subscribe to Smart Card Europe. We bring you clear, reliable and practical information to help you travel smarter and avoid unnecessary problems. Thanks for watching, and as always, travel smart, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video on Smart Card Europe.